Welcome to Pure Gold Finances Without Filter, like your host, Dayan Garcia Gutierrez. And today, I just want to start this episode saying thank you to everybody who has been subscribing, sharing my content. And if you haven't, please subscribe because we always been talking here with people that can give you a lot of value and also content about finances, personal development, and you never know what you can learn here with me and my guests. That talking about guests, today I'm bringing with me an amazing woman who has been not only an entrepreneur, she has been into different things like TV shows, magazines. She worked in the New York Fashion Week. So we're not talking about just the regular entrepreneur. She's into different areas. And today we're going to see a lot of those areas with her. She is known by the hot size girl. And today I'm having with me Maddy Hellman.
Thank you so much for having me. That was a great introduction, by the way.
I just said movie, and I was like, oh my God, it's not movie, it's TV show.
Well, one day, I mean, you just manifested that for me, so
maybe
we'll
that's
see.
Coming.
Yes.
So let's start, Maddy. I want to know, and the people, who is Maddy?
That's a great question. I think that at my core, Maddy myself is somebody who doesn't quit. So I see myself as a fighter, and I've always kind of seen myself as an underdog and someone who needs to fight really hard and never give up to achieve their dreams. And I think that's really who I am at my core.
That's beautiful. I love when people just bring me their stories about how you can achieve your dreams and just fight for them, because nobody's gonna is not gonna hand you anything to your hand like easily.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with that.
Did you study? What is your background?
So my background actually is in theater.
Oh my!
Yes.
I can tell. Now everything clicks to me.
Yes. So believe it or not, I grew up doing musicals and dance, gymnastics. Performing was always something that brought me a lot of joy, and it helped me make friends, and it really helped shape the groundwork for how I operate as an entrepreneur. So, my degree is is a bachelor in fine arts, and I love theater, but I have found my way to business.
You are the second actress that I have here with me, and the one that was before you, she's a real estate agent.
Oh.
And I'm like, you guys, you can use your background perfectly for social media.
Oh, definitely, yes.
Totally, yeah. You can mark yourself and put yourself out there because you have that spirit and you're like, okay, I can do this, right?
Yeah, I think that training in theater definitely gave me confidence and helped me foster my creativity, and I definitely channel that through social media.
Totally, and actually talking about that, how acting has helped you to build your personal brand today.
Yeah, acting has helped me because it's really brought to me this way to speak. It's allowed me to be comfortable in my skin. Also, I've been able to channel characters a little bit. And, if I ever feel nervous, I'm kind of able to channel, that hot sauce girl aesthetic and kind of, really transform. And so acting has been really supportive of helping me foster my personality on screen.
I love it because, and as I say before, I think your background, it doesn't define what you have to do your entire life. And as I say before, women's or people, but I always talk about women's because I love us. We have find our ways to find your path to connect with your purpose or your abundance. And today you are building that and talking about your business and your way to business, how your business started, Homestead's sauce.
So Homestead's hot sauce really started from this place of wanting to find security and independence. And after COVID struck and my husband and I both lost our jobs, we wanted to do something that we could believe in. And so at the time, we were looking definitely to start a business, and then a accumulation of all of our passions and our drives and our problems kind of came together to build this product that, was healthy and shelf stable, something that we could, sell and build into a legacy.
Isn't that crazy how COVID changed an entire generation? We were
Yeah.
trying to find a way to escape from life, and
Yeah.
life find us.
Absolutely. COVID for many people was a very hard time, and I can relate to that 100%. But looking back all these years later, it was really the best thing that could have ever happened to me because it changed the trajectory of my life. I can say that if, things hadn't fallen apart, we didn't lose our jobs, I probably would not have started my business and be sitting here today.
Because it's challenging. And if it's sometimes we don't take that step, we will never know.
Yeah.
And today you're both working because you told me your husband. So you're both working on this full time. And how do you
That's right.
how do you do this?
Well, it's definitely a juggling act. Yes, my husband and I are both full-time Homestead's hot sauce workers. I'm the CEO, but we're also the manufacturer. I'm the social media head. I'm the creative, side. We both are the sales ambassadors. So we're wearing many hats between the two of us, and I really couldn't do it without him. But how do we do it? Well, really, when you have to do something, there's really just no other way. You just find a way to figure it out. It's a lot of problem solving. It's a lot of compromise. And it's a lot of, thinking through things that, kind of feel like puzzle pieces and then finding ways to put them together and making it work. So it's not easy, but we find our way.
How important is to find the right partner to start your journey? Because it's not just your companionship, it's just business, it's children's, and you guys have children's, right?
Yes, it's very important to find the right partner, and I've always been told that, but you don't really understand what that means until it's time to really live that out. And yeah, Andre and I have 2 kids on top of the business that we work together, so we've got toddlers, and navigating parenthood and entrepreneurship has been a huge challenge. And also, toddlerhood in and of itself is a huge struggle because there's a lot of ups and downs and new things for the kids and for the adults. So, it's this balancing act of finding ways to connect and find alone time when we can.
And how do you balance all of this between your business, your relationship, being mom? How do you try to find your balance between all of that?
Well, I don't do it alone. I have a lot of help, honestly. My mom is with us, and we could not do it without her. She watches the kids so that I can work, or will take me to markets so that we can sell. So I definitely don't do it alone. I've got a team, which is really great. So my husband, my mom, and even, my distant family is very supportive.
I love to hear when people realize how important it is to have good people around you. And on this time when everything is about internet and online connection, we sometimes lose humanity.
Yes.
And how important it is to talk about your family, your partner, your children, and love in general, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And continue this journey about your business. How was your experience in the Blox, that show? How did it come up?
Well, the Blox was this huge opportunity. Early in Homestead's career, at that point, we had only been a year and a half in, and I was looking for new ways to just draw attention to the brand. And I found an advertisement for a television show casting entrepreneurs. And I thought to myself, with my theater background and my business and my ability to, self-promote shamelessly, I mean, this is perfect, right? So
This is made for me.
Yeah, that's how I felt. I truly did. I felt like the advertisement was made for me. And so I applied, and I went through the process, and I was cast. It was the best day of my life besides giving birth to my children. I was crying. I was so excited. And then my experience there was transformative. I went through a huge metamorphosis. I went in a caterpillar and came out a butterfly with this huge amount of knowledge, and then a plan how to use it. So it was a hugely transformative experience for me.
For the people who haven't watched it, where they can watch it, and what is it about? I know it's about entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
But do they teach you anything, or you show them your process as an entrepreneur?
It's a little bit of both, actually. Yeah, thanks for asking. So, the Blox is an entrepreneur competition where 100 entrepreneurs are selected to live in a hotel and compete for cash prizes and investment opportunities. So, 100 people go, and their businesses span all of the different types of business, whether it's service or product. There was, people who were selling medical industry items, food business items, tech, apps, across the board, all walks of life, and we come together to show what we have, and we're put in brain busters, pitch competitions, and it's also a boot camp that's educational. So we have lessons during the day, we test our knowledge in the afternoon, and then we have winners selected during the night to compete against one another.
Wow.
It's very high stress.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Yes, the
Are you
competition
ready?
was amazing.
Are you ready, like right now, for a pitch?
Oh, I'm ready.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
Shouldn't.
So I'm gonna pitch. I'll give a little example of how we always got started.
Yeah.
So we would start with our name. So I would say, "Hi, my name is Maddy Kelman, and I am the owner and CEO of Homestead's Hot Sauce, a healthy hot sauce company." And that's our little elevator pitch that gets us started and leads into all the questions.
So tell me about more your hot sauce. How is different from the other ones?
Well, that is a great question. We have had to niche our business down into a lot of specific categories to make ourselves stand out. So how we started with that process was becoming healthy, standing against processed sugar and high levels of sodium. But that wasn't really quite enough, because there are quite a lot of healthy hot sauces out there that are also vegan. And while that did make us a little bit more specific, it wasn't quite specific enough. And so we decided to lean into my Jewish side of my family and commit to a kosher product, which is another dietary and health certification that you can have. And it creates a new market for us, a new demographic of people to serve, and for more people to enjoy our product. It's made that possible. So now our products are kosher certified, and we work exclusively with kosher distribution companies, and we sell even at kosher farmers markets.
Look at that. That's amazing.
Thank you.
And you're only here in the US, right? Or you are now?
Yes, right now our products are found only in the US. I do hope that with time, things with the tariffs and, difficulties that we have right now shipping overseas will smooth out, and hopefully, we're going to be a global company. That's the goal.
That's the vision?
That's the vision.
I love it. Because
Thank you.
When you start, you are already in the US. It's a huge country.
Yes.
And what's next? The entire world.
Yes.
So,
Domination.
exactly.
Global domination.
By women.
Yes.
So hear that.
Love it.
So between your business, how you mix it, because you can tell people that boots over there is a personal seal, like something that she got to wear every time.
Yes.
How do you mix, how do you involve your business, your fashion, that you love fashion, I can tell.
Yes.
That you were in New York Fashion Week. So tell me a little bit, like, how you do that, how you mix that in yourself.
So I think that it really just comes down to the fact that this is my personality. Authentically, I have always been a fashion girly. I've always loved hot sauce. I have always wanted to have a public presence. And I combine all of those things and kind of found my place in the world with entrepreneurship, which has allowed me to kind of have all of those loves and passions shine through. With fashion, I'm able to design a personal brand for myself as the hot sauce girl, and I get to use my theater and creativity creating videos that show that side of myself. So I think that I was just lucky to have these three interests that play really well into entrepreneurship.
That I think sometimes people is trying to find themselves on social media, and there is nothing more important than to be yourself.
Yes.
If you show the way you are from the inside out, is for sure coming for you, like, as a success.
Yeah, I feel like we have fallen into a little bit of a fad culture where fads in fashion take over, fads in makeup take over, and then, people are just kind of following the fads and not staying true to themselves. And you get lost in that because you just become one of many.
Yeah.
But when you stay authentic to yourself, you do stand out more.
Yeah, totally. Because people can tell when something is real.
Yeah,
right? That
definitely.
you're like being you.
Right.
What do you think is something that people in general can think has a romantic thing in entrepreneurship, but actually sucks?
Well, okay, so farmers markets look really fun and they look amazing and they are a great place to pitch a product and get a brand off the ground. But I think that something people don't really see that side of is that there is a huge hustle that goes behind it. It takes a lot of fearlessness to speak to people that you don't know every day and maybe face rejection even. And so, it's a lot of fun selling your product, but I think that on the other side of it, it's a little scary too. And I think that not a lot of people maybe know that.
That's the farmer?
Yeah, farmers markets. You have to have a
markets.
brave face. Like, you're talking to a lot of strangers. You're having people sample your product. You're throwing, I mean, in my way, it's like throwing my heart out on the line for them to decide if it tastes good or not in front of my face while I'm watching them.
How do you deal with that? Because I think you should get, I don't know your personal experience, but how do you deal with rejection, with people, how they react to your product?
Yeah, it used to be a little bit more difficult than it is now. With practice, I've gotten more thick skin. I will say that I don't have people who often say they don't like my product. I have had people unwilling to even try it, though. And sometimes they'll just be like, no, I don't want to try hot sauce, or, ooh, I don't like spicy, or, something like that. And at first I used to be like, oh, you won't even try it. But now I'm like, okay, well, they're not my customer, and it just rolls off my shoulders now. So it comes with time.
Yeah, because sometimes we entrepreneurs in general, we're kind of in a rush to find clients.
Yes.
But with time, you understand that not everybody is for you.
Yeah.
And your product is not for everybody.
Yes.
And it's okay.
And it is okay. Yes.
It's
and the
not
people
easy.
that it's for and they are for it, it's the best feeling.
And they're going to be there forever.
Yeah.
Because when they choose you, they don't change.
Yes. I absolutely agree.
Have ever you had a moment when you say, I'm not going to keep doing this because this is not giving me the results that I want?
Well, I have had dark moments in entrepreneurship, not necessarily about the results per se, but it takes this stamina and this grit and this endurance to keep going in the face of lots of ups and downs. And there have been moments where I've thought to myself, maybe I really should just get a job. I know, right? I actually laugh at that too sometimes. I'm like, it's funny because I'm like, oh, maybe I should just get a job. But then, you know what? I am not a quitter, and I believe in homesteads a lot. I really believe that it has this potential to be a lifestyle brand beyond hot sauce, beyond food products, and I believe that it has this ability to have a positive message on the industry and branding. But beyond that, the dark times, like, I've been like, oh my God, I'm going to get a job. I'm quitting. Yeah. And then I just remember who I am, which is I'm not a quitter. And I do keep going. And I remember, gotta keep going.
True. No, I mean, for sure. That's really, it's valuable because people sometimes don't know. That's the other thing that people can think has a romantic thing in entrepreneurship, because they see that your personal brand in Instagram, right? Then they think that everything is like pinky and beautiful and this is perfect and I sell millions, and there's a lot of effort and sacrifice, and you got to put money on it. Yes. And sometimes, I mean, everyone has been going through a struggle in different areas, not only that. In what moment of your company are you? How many years you have been building it?
So we're in our third year now.
Okay.
And we do have a few grocery stores and retail locations. Our website, shophomesteadshotsauce.com, is up and live. And we've got our Amazon storefront, Etsy. So we've got e-com going. We sell in farmers markets. So, the product is moving. But where we really are at is that the next stage of business, which is really leaning into distribution harder. So I'm working on finding sales ambassadors to work for homesteads and pitch the product to distribution companies and grocery stores, especially within the kosher market.
So that's the next step, right?
That's the next step, yeah.
So 3 years, and the team is just you and your husband.
For now.
For
yes.
now. That's the next step also? Try to find a team to
Yes.
do your other areas?
Yes. I would love to have a team. So if you're watching and you need a job, hit me up. No, I really am, though. I'm looking for people to become sales ambassadors and, you know, help us land more retail locations. I'd love to find a committed college student who would love to work at farmers markets, learning how to pitch their own product, and eventually maybe they'd start their own business, take what they learned, you know, in their education from me and take that, you know, with them.
It's great for kids who wants to have the experience.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's going to be great for you also.
Definitely. It would help me a lot. My hands need to get freed up. I have a lot of creative energy. I have a lot of passions and a lot of things that I want to do for the business. But right now, I'm kind of, as they say, stuck working for the business instead of working on the business.
Yes.
Yes.
It's hard, that process, right?
It sure is. It sure is. Yes. It's hard to find a good team, but I believe that with a good team behind me, I could take this business very far.
For sure. I have no doubt about that.
Thank you.
I can see your personality has a word, as you say.
Thank
and
you.
It's also, every time I talk to business owners and they talk about how important it is to have a great team behind you, because otherwise you're not going to grow.
Right.
Because you can be all the time
Right.
the owner, the one who record, the one who is picking up no, it's not, that's not going to take you to the other level. But it's also great that you are really aware and focused on what's next. But I ask you, and you already know the answer.
you.
There's people that is just working without a plan. Mm-hmm. And talking about plan, have you always been like a plan maker? You're like, okay, this is the path.
Not really, no. That has developed in my personality through entrepreneurship. I definitely was more of a free spirit growing up, an artist, a creative, and entrepreneurship has definitely given me discipline. And now I have more scheduling, more forethought, more organization, and that's a good thing. That is a good thing, for sure. Yeah.
And you guys, you're both full-time, so you are living from the business right now.
Yeah, we are living from the business. We pay our bills and our rent.
So it's definitely profitable.
Well, it's I don't know. I don't want to say the word profitable yet. What's happening is that we're turning and burning money.
Yeah.
So yes, we're bringing money in. Yes, the bills are paid. Yes, the invoices are paid. But savings from the business has not happened yet. So right now we're turning cash.
Yeah.
The cash needs to start turning and setting aside. So that's what we really have to work on.
And when you're talking about you're moving money and you have savings in the business, how do you organize your finances with that? Do you have someone who helps you, or you?
It's been very hard. It's been very hard. What I can say is that we haven't had outside help yet. I did a tax course a few years ago, and I do our taxes for the business and for the household.
And that's a huge work.
It is.
And it's really important to know.
Yeah.
And actually, I think my next guest is going to be a tax specialist.
Oh,
because
yeah. That's very important.
I think it's like in this country, like I would say my country too, but here, taxes are a big deal.
Oh, yeah. That's one of the things I would absolutely recommend to entrepreneurs is definitely taking a tax course because there's a lot of business classes that you can take, but understanding how to file taxes in this country is going to be very helpful because it's a lot of paperwork.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
So you did the tax?
Yeah, I've been doing. Yeah, I've been doing it for the business and for our household, and we are juggling it back and forth. It's kind of, like I said, moving cash through the household and then into the business and vice versa. So my biggest goal, other than, promoting the business upwards and getting sales ambassadors and a team, the biggest goal really is to start separating everything perfectly from the business, from the household, so that I can eventually get a salary paid to myself from the business properly. Because right now I'm a CEO that's not collecting a salary.
Okay. And that's important to know too, because sometimes you're like focus and keep the business working, and you're like, I'm not paying myself.
Right. It starts that way, but eventually there needs to become a point where you can pay yourself. And that's where I need to get.
Again, we have a plan here.
We got a plan.
Yeah, we have a plan here.
Yes. Let's go.
So besides being that goal, like the next step, and we have a plan already, how do you brand hot sauce out there? Like, how can people find you? Because we already have here, and I'm going to leave all the social media from Maddy and Homestead's house, hot sauce.
Yes.
In the profile, so you can find her. So how do you do it? So you have the website, people can find you through.
Yeah. So people can find us through our website, which is shophomesteadshotsauce.com, or on Amazon or Etsy. But also we have a very strong online presence with Instagram and TikTok. Our TikTok is Homesteads, and our Instagram is Homesteads Hot Sauce. And my personal Instagram, which is my founder's page, is Maddy the Hot Sauce Girl on Instagram. And I talk a lot about my founder's story, the ups and downs of entrepreneurship, what it's like pitching a product in an oversaturated market, and how we make ourselves stand out.
Did you see, guys? She's ready. Like, she trained for this moment. She's
That's
so
right.
ready. I love it. How prepared, how much knowledge do you have of your product, of your brand, of your marketing brand is really amazing. And I love that. I love that you are ready and your product is ready, and
thank you so much.
you're in another level. Or I can tell you that I don't know if it was the TV show, but you are like ready to go.
Oh my God, thank you so much. Honestly, yeah, the TV show absolutely helped me a lot. It was filmed a year ago.
Oh.
So it's been a whole year since the Blox taping and my, huge experience and educational transformation there. And I've been able to use this last year to put those lessons to the test. And I'm really happy to say that the knowledge that I gained there has been invaluable for my personal brand and for my business.
And in your personal brand on social media, have you ever feel any pressure to show the people that everything is going great, or look like expensive, or in any ways?
I do feel a little bit of pressure, not necessarily to show that I'm making a lot of money, but I do feel pressure to show milestones constantly, moving forward. I don't want to rest on my laurels. I do find this pressure to keep going. I think that social media has that positive and negative thing, though, where it can negatively drive you if you focus on the wrong aspects. But I do find it as a motivator, and I think that can be a good thing.
Totally. And how you keep yourself focused from that bad areas from social media?
I try to stay focused on the end game, the goal, which isn't necessarily to get social media famous. It's to bring attention to the brand. So to bring attention to homesteads, really. So at the end of the day, when it comes down to making content or making videos, the message really needs to, at the end of the day, how am I bringing attention to Homestead's hot sauce? That's how I stay focused.
Yeah, some people focus on pity instead to see the huge picture.
Yeah.
And it's always like the positive things.
Yeah.
Like, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
If you know, you're not going to waste your energy on the pity.
Yeah, and honestly, the thing is that when you stay focused and true to your vision and to your authentic wants and goals through social media, I think that is what ends up going big or going viral, is like this authentic kind of truth that people can relate to. So if it happens, like if the account grows and all these like cool things happen because I'm bringing attention to homesteads, that's just a side effect of like, the goal.
Do you think it's a struggle being a woman, a businesswoman on social media these days?
I don't necessarily think that it's hard to be a woman in business on social media, but I do think that there are still a lot of pressures on women in business to outperform their male counterparts. I did find while I was at the Blox this kind of huge pressure to represent women in business really well, and I really wanted to show,
how
everybody,
well we do.
Yeah, I really wanted to show everybody that like I had what it took. Yeah, and I was up there like against businesses that already had exceeded, $2 million in revenue. And, I wanted to show them that, like, I'm an underdog. Like, I might not be there yet, but, like, I have what it takes.
You have the vision also. And that's the most difficult thing to have is the mentality and the vision. Because once we have those, and besides, you're a warrior. So, you're willing to do what it takes to get there.
Yes.
So
whatever it takes.
Yes. Whatever it takes, man.
Yes.
And have you ever feel like, in general, for being a woman, have you feel more difficult?
Well, I think that you could probably relate to this. We go through a lot of ups and downs as women, and motherhood happens. And I definitely found it difficult after motherhood finding my place in the world again. That was difficult for me because I had been away from society for about 3 or 4 years. I had 2 children under 5 years, and basically you go through pregnancy and then motherhood, nursing, and then you do it again. Yeah. And you don't have your friends, or you're not part of society so much. And it was very hard for me to find my way back in. And I had to push myself really hard to break out again.
And how do you think you find it? You really fight for it again?
Yeah, I had to fight for it. I went through a health journey that took a lot of discipline, and it was one of the hardest things I've ever done. Was my health journey that really helped reinvigorate me. It brought my energy back. It brought my happiness back, and that was one way I came back to myself. But I think also just like forcing myself to put myself out there on the blocks or at farmers markets. It really helped me, get socialized again.
That's good. That's good because when you find your way, it's amazing. But then find your way back after you are being struggled in a situation, in a difficult situation, it's even harder. So
yes,
I give you even more credit for that.
Thank you so much. Yes, I think that a lot of moms can probably relate a little bit to that darkness or loneliness.
I think I have talked with a few of my guests that has been a mom. Has been a struggle for them because of the system. They don't find the support from another woman's or doctors or I don't know, even of course bosses and their companies. So
absolutely.
At least as an entrepreneur, you can deal with your thing, but then
that's
deal
true.
with a boss.
Yeah, that's true.
And
it's
then,
absolutely true.
So
or like trying to find a job after being out of the workforce for many years. That was something, that I had thought about at times. I told you, maybe I should just get a job. It had crossed my mind before, but trying to find a job after being out of the workforce, it was difficult. It was confusing. And
you have been always into social media, or there is something did you start with your business?
So I've always loved social media. I'm definitely a pop girly. I love pop culture, music, social media. Those are my things, fashion. So I definitely have always loved it. I've always been creative, but after my time on the Blox, I understood something about social media that I never understood before, and that it was basically that you can use it to leverage opportunities, and that social media should not be something that you do in passing, but it is an educational tool. It is a way to leverage your business. It is a way to draw attention. It is even a way to make money. And so I started looking at social media in a very different way, and that really unlocked a lot of potential.
And what you will say to a business owner out there who is building or have a business, but he's not putting his brand in social media?
I would say that if you are a business owner and you're not using social media, you are leaving money and opportunity on the table. You can get clients through social media. You can have customers. You can build community. You can foster relationships, connections, and referrals even for other entrepreneurs, and create a web and a network of constantly creating referrals and recommendations for your business. So really, it's this incredibly useful and free tool for entrepreneurs to take advantage of.
Thank you for, I think I've been saying this to a few owners that I know. Because, sometimes it takes, is it something from the generation also? If you're in the business, like on a luxury business for a long time, and the owners are under 60s, it's not easy for them to change their mindset about social media and have good content out there.
Yeah.
But I think definitely you are leaving money on the table if you are not
Definitely.
using that tool.
Oh, absolutely. I definitely think that some people look at social media with a negative lens, and I understand why. I totally see the perspective. But like I said, as a business owner, you need to start looking at social media through a different lens, through the lens of someone who's going to use it as a tool and not use it as,
For fun.
as a way to connect with friends or family or, something like that. That's not what social media is for anymore when you become a business owner.
Although it's fine if you liked it.
Yeah.
I mean, I love to do this, like podcast, connect to people. Once you are in, you start seeing the beauty of it.
Yes.
You can use it for business, definitely.
Definitely.
Build community, sell, everything. But for connection more than everything also.
Oh, definitely. I think that the connections I've found on social media have been so important for me, even just like personally and emotionally. When I'm feeling down, all my girls online, they're the ones who have my
You're
back.
like, no, please.
Yes, seriously. Like some of the people that are my closest and best friends, I've never even met them in real life. Because they're online.
That's crazy. I know, that's crazy, right? That happens to me too. Like people who send
nobody
you their
supports
best
you,
energy, and they're like, "No, girl, you can do this. You have this."
Yes.
I'm like, "Yes, I have it."
Yes, the cyber girlies got your back.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
And what you will say for someone who wants to start their personal brand, but they haven't started yet because they're afraid of what they say?
So for anybody who's looking to get started with their personal brand or start fostering that online presence, I would say that the best thing that they can do is just start talking about why they love their business. And that is going to open up a lot of not just ideas for yourself, but it's going to bring people into your world of why you became a business owner or why you chose this product or this service. And once you start talking, all the ideas start flowing. And I think that really is the best way to get started is just by getting started. Talking about your brand, why you love it.
Why you love yours?
Well, I love Homestead's hot sauce for a lot of reasons. It's very dear to my heart because this is like my baby. It's my brainchild. It's my, the proof of everything that I'm trying to do. So why I love it is because it has allowed me to be creative. I love my business because it connects with people and resonates with people. When I have people at the farmer's market who tell me that they've never found a kosher hot sauce before, and how much that means to them, it really means something to me. It really validates what I'm doing. When I walk down the kosher food aisle in Stop and Shop and I don't see any hot sauces on the aisle, it validates my purpose. So I do believe that I'm doing something that is important for people.
And for yourself also.
Yeah, it is.
Definitely. You do it for yourself also and for the people that you can help with it.
Yes.
I'm going to give you a break from entrepreneurship.
Okay.
And I'm going to talk to you about fashion.
Ooh, okay, love it.
How was your experience in the New York Fashion Week?
New York Fashion Week was so incredible. It was this dream come true, this amazing experience. It felt like all of the things I've ever wanted in life happening all at once. To walk on a runway with hundreds of people watching is absolutely this thrilling, horrifying, scary, exciting, happy moment. And I look back on that time.
Did you walk with your boots?
I didn't wear my red boots because I had
shut
to
down everything.
I had to, comply with the designer, and the designer's theme was black and white, actually. So all the designs, they were very beautiful. They were very classic, chic aesthetic of black and white and pearly white aesthetic as well. So what I wore was very, chic. It was very timeless. And I was able to add a little bit of my own flair, though, because I did my high ponytail.
Okay.
And so I had, like the big, long, high Ariana Grande ponytail. And that was definitely like a little bit of my own
Your
personality.
style.
Yeah.
So it was like a good experience for yourself.
It was amazing.
I
yeah.
also saw you were in the Miami Swim Week. What you were doing in Miami?
So actually, I wasn't participating in Miami Swim Week. My sister lives in Miami. I really wanted to, but actually my business needed me. So summertime is selling season, and so I was not able to get away to participate. But I did go see my sister right before farmers market season.
We were there for the Chili Shade that sponsorship here.
Yes.
Sunglasses. They were there for the Miami Swim Week. I was like, oh my God, Maddy's here.
So fun. How was your experience?
No, the experience in the Miami Swim Week was one of the first approach that we have for like fashion, let's say. Because most likely we have different models, like sporty models, like day by day.
Yeah.
But we do have a few that they're really fashion.
Yeah.
That I'm gonna give you a pair now.
Ooh, okay.
But it's another world. It's
Yeah.
fantastic though.
Yeah.
It requires a lot of discipline also for all the
Yes.
girls and the designers, and
Yes.
definitely like a new world for me. I'm
Yes.
more like a sporty and day by day girly than you.
Yeah, I definitely love gymnastics and dance, but I was never like a sportsy person, but I do try.
But you are more into arts.
Yeah.
Arts is your thing, so
Yeah.
stay there.
Yeah, I'm
You
gonna
can
stay
be
in my
you.
lane. Right? Yeah.
You can be you.
Yeah, but I'm so excited that you had that swim week experience.
Yeah.
That's so cool. It's like such a fast-paced
That's the thing.
experience, isn't it? Like here, there, done.
And everything is intense.
Yeah.
It's like
very intense.
Life
Yeah.
is intense.
Yeah. Yeah, it is intense for sure. Yeah.
Intensity. How has been your relationship with money since you start to be an entrepreneur?
Well, I used to be the type of person who was spending a lot more. Maybe, like a spendthrift type, or maybe didn't budget that much. But now I am definitely the type of person who's questioning big expenses and pre-planning things. And if I know that I've got a big expense for the business in my sights, I plan for that with milestone to milestone budgets. And that has been very helpful for me.
And right now you organize your own money, you save, you invest, or how do you do it? Besides, of course, your business.
So we don't do a lot of investing, but I do have the Robinhood app that I love to play on. So yes, you can catch me investing on Robinhood. Yes.
Okay.
One day we're going to get a good portfolio going. And I do believe that Homesteads will help us with that.
Okay. So you have the vision of at least to invest someday.
Yes.
And do you organize or save money right now for yourself?
Yeah, we definitely do try, to get the nest egg going. But of course, things happen, emergencies, business struggles. So, it's a constant, juggling kind of circus act, really.
A lot of people think that passion, it doesn't pay the bills.
Yeah, I've heard that.
A lot of people think that. But in
Yeah.
your case, I think it's the opposite. I think it's your passion is what allows you to pay your bills today.
Thank you for saying
So
that.
what will you say to people who actually think that?
What I would say to people who have a passion but they're not sure if they can pay their bills with it is I would say you have to try, because it's okay to fail. Okay, if it doesn't work out, guess what? The job market is still there.
Totally.
And
You say, I will get a job and that's
hey,
it.
I mean, you have to throw yourselves all into something that you believe in sometimes, because if you don't go all the way, you'll never know. And I'm really trying to live my life like that now. If I really want something, if I really believe in it, I'm throwing everything I have. I'm no longer giving it a little bit of effort. I'm no longer just doing it with a shrug. Everything is all or nothing. And that's my recommendation to anybody if you have something you believe in.
Just give it all.
Yeah.
Just put all in, go all in. Because sometimes, we talk to parents when we are making decisions for our lives,
Yeah.
17, 18 years old. And it's really hard that your parents say, it's like, go try and live from your passion. If you want to be an actor, if you want to be a dancer, if you want to be a singer or an entrepreneur. Your parents usually say to you, go find a job and a stable career when you can have a salary. And in these days, I think it's really important, the message to put out there, just try. Just try something. It's okay to fail. You can fail. Oh my God, Jordan, you know how many shots he failed? And then the best of all times.
Yeah.
And different people who actually takes their chances, they make a difference.
Yeah.
I think it's important, like, for you also, thank you for saying that, because it's important for the younger generation to hear that message.
Thank you. Yeah, I really appreciate you saying that, because growing up, I often had been told that my dreams were not likely to happen, or maybe I was dreaming about something that was really, not for me, or, I wasn't, maybe talented enough or something. I heard that many times, and there might have been a time where I even might have believed that. And then, I just decided that I was no longer going to allow what other people said about me or their opinions of me take hold of how I felt about myself. And after I decided that I was just going to do what I wanted because it was my dream, those dreams started happening.
That's it. Just
that was it.
Take your chance. Go all in.
Yeah.
Totally. We're getting to the end of this. I mean, I don't wanna finish. I think we can talk the entire day.
Yeah.
But I do have a little gift for you, Maddy.
Oh.
And again, thank you to Chili Shade, the sponsorship that has
Thank
shades
you
for
so
you.
much. Oh my gosh, can I try them on?
Of course, please try it on.
Awesome.
It's important to remember to the people that for every pair of sunglasses that we sell, we donate 10% of every sale to a nonprofit organization who clean the beach here in New York. And we personally go to clean the beaches also. We are part of that team. So please try it on.
That's incredible. I had no idea that you guys were giving back like that.
Obvio.
That's amazing.
Of course. I say it's obvio.
I literally can't wait to wear these. Okay, can I go ahead?
Of course. Go ahead.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so first, I just want to say that this is a very cool case. It feels like it's
Cork
cork.
case.
Yes, I love that. Okay. Oh, these are great.
I think those are going with your style today.
Yeah.
But I put another one there.
These.
They're going
like
for the hot sauce, girl.
aviator style. Oh my god. I love them.
You know what? Keep it on. I'm gonna have you. I'm gonna ask you a couple questions,
Okay,
like a rapid
okay.
fire, and you
Yeah.
can say work or doesn't work.
Okay, let's go.
Social media trends.
Wait. Sorry, I'm feeling myself. Okay, social media trends. Inspiring.
Overnight success.
That's a myth.
Personal finances.
Needs work.
Every day, day by day. Put
Needs
some
work.
effort. Female founders being labeled as too much.
Too much. Okay, I'm going to quote Dove Cameron, who's one of my favorite pop stars. And I'm going to say this. If you say I'm too much, go find less. If you can't keep up, stay below, I guess. If I'm such a big deal,
Wow.
then you're too little.
I'm just gonna take a note and write it down. I love it.
Yes. She's
Love it.
iconic. I love her. And that's like one of my favorite pop songs right now.
Love it.
Yes.
Having it all.
Having it all is possible.
Any final message to the people that is watching us today that you want to put out there and they can remind you today?
Yes. I would have to say that my message to the people would be to always believe in yourself and never count yourself out. It's a lesson that I have learned myself through the Blox, and through this last year. I had gone into entrepreneurship thinking that I was an underdog and that I didn't have the education or the skills, or I had never done any of this before. But what I learned is that if you believe in yourself and you keep moving baby steps forward and you don't give up, that things do change and dreams become reality. And so my message is never to give up and to always believe in yourself.
How inspiring you are today. Are you this every day?
I
I'm gonna
have
leave
to
this
be.
room. I'm gonna
If I
keep
don't
working.
inspire myself to keep going, I won't. I've got to
Totally.
keep going.
I hope the people out there, it feels like has inspired how I feel right now. And also, you have another box here.
Oh,
so
yes.
Let's see what you have here for me.
Yes, I brought you some hot sauce. This is our kosher duo. So it's our 2 kosher certified hot sauces.
Oh,
and
look at this.
I do a lot of yapping about our kosher certification online right now and why that decision was so important for Homestead. So I hope you like the sauce.
And then we have some seeds here also. Look at this. I feel like a VIP person.
Yes, I hope you like to garden a little bit.
A little bit, yeah. I do it. I do it. I'm not the best, but I'm a good eater.
Yes.
So here we have one. So what is it? This is Homestead Gourmet hot sauce, and this one
Yes.
Inferno. So this one has to be really
Yes.
spicy, right?
Yes.
Should I be scared? Like 1 to 10?
No. You know what? Even our spicier sauces are more about mild and well-balanced heat. So even our spiciest sauces are not scary. Don't be scared. Don't be scared.
Okay, that's good. So guys, we're getting to the end of this chapter. I hope you enjoyed. Again, we're gonna leave all the social medias from Maddy, myself. Subscribe, share, like, and see you next time.